Finally, the EBU has released the running order of the semifinals. Let's talk about it! What's up, you fools? Mad ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, and today it is all about the semifinals. Yes, the EBU finally released the running order of both semifinals. Today we are going to focus on semifinal 1. As we all know, it's a producer-decided running order, so half of the countries were drawn into the first half, the other one into the second half, and then among those countries, the producers have the ability to rank them based on what they feel makes most sense. Usually, they try to switch it up between styles, faster, slower songs. But that sometimes can hurt or help certain countries. So we'll go for them one by one and then also think about how this could impact the final outcome. Okay, so first up, it's Azerbaijan. They are going to open the semifinal and Eurovision 28 for that matter. This is the first time actually that Azerbaijan opens the semi. They've opened the grand final before, but this is new territory for them. This is a big semi with 19 songs, so you may think this may be a bad thing, but opening a show, at least in the semi, is not that big of a deal. At least half of the songs from the first spot qualified for the finals. With Azerbaijan's flawless qualifying record, 9 out of 9 so far, I expect them to continue that streak actually, especially looking at the songs that's going to follow. Iceland is next. Azerbaijan will stand out, and we know they're going to do a great job with the staging. So Azerbaijan, even though you're first, that's not bad. That's always, you set the tone. Iceland is the second song of the night. Iceland, already, as we all know, not a fan favorite, not a bookie's favorite either, so a long road ahead for this tiny little island. The song itself, very quiet. I don't know how it will stand out going so early in the running. Slot 2 overall is a mixed bag. It's a really bad slot in the finals. In the semis, plenty of songs qualified from that slot, so that's not necessarily a discouragement. This is the second time actually that Iceland is occupying the second slot. They did the same thing in 2012. They actually qualified then. Never forget, I know. But this is a different song, a different year, and it's a very, very tough semi. So this was a really bad draw for Iceland. I have no idea how they're going to get out of this one. Oh man, sucks for them. Okay, the third song of the night is going to be Albania, Eugen Bush Pepper. And honestly, I am not very happy with this draw at all. I like the song, and I was hoping for something better for it. But the third slot overall is one of the least desired running orders as far as qualification rate is concerned. Since the introduction of the jury and televote, like half-half vote in 2010, only 5 songs qualified from that slot, so this is one of the worst, if not the worst, qualification rate. So that alone doesn't look good for Albania. That doesn't mean they can qualify, because songs have qualified from that slot before. They come right after Iceland, which is a good thing, as Iceland is fairly forgettable. But after them, we're going to have the big James Bond anthem from Belgium. So I don't know how, I am not thrilled with this draw. It doesn't mean it's the end of the road for Albania by any stretch, but this has been, in my opinion, an unfavorable situation for Albania. They've been in that slot before in 2011, and it did not work out for them then, and I'm a little worried, but my fingers are crossed for Albania anyway. Belgium is 4th, and I'm having a little mini deja vu right now. Albania was 3rd in 2011, and Belgium was 4th. Same thing again in 2018. Belgium, while you may think an early draw may not be a good thing, but Belgium usually does really well when they have an early draw. In 2015, Belgium was the 3rd song of the night. They just flew through. Same last year, they were 5th in the semis and made it. So this song stands out, so I'm not really worried about it too much. It'll stand out. Again, it has Albania. It's between Albania and Czech Republic, so it's a very different style that will suit and increase its odds. So that is a good thing. They actually, Albania, I said, they also performed in 4th slot in 2011. Didn't work out then. maybe this year will be a little different. As far as the qualification rate is concerned from the 4th slot, it's slightly below average. So it's not the most desirable running order, but once again, it's Belgium. They have a strong song. They've been doing really well with good songs from that slot. So they're in it. They're in it. Not too much to worry about, I think. As long as Senek performs well, we're good to go. 5th in running order is Czech Republic. In Czech Republic, we have very limited information on them, because this is only their 7th participation, I believe, and they're only qualified once. This is the 2nd earliest running order for Czech Republic. The second slot number 2, was given to them in 2009, and then they withdrew for several years. So hopefully that will not repeat this year. The 5th slot overall is also a mixed bag. I'd say slightly below averagey as far as the qualification rate is concerned, but Czech Republic finds itself in a pretty decent spot. Yes, it follows Belgium, another fan favorite, but right after Czech Republic is Lithuania, which is so quiet and peaceful. Czech Republic will stand out just for that alone. So I think overall, since they were drawn to the first half, it's not the worst running order. I thought that they could open the semi, actually. That didn't happen. 5th, I think they're in it. They're absolutely in it, and we'll see how it's gonna go and how the stage is gonna look like. Song number 6 is Lithuania. So let's talk about the good stuff first. Slot number 6, really great track record. Since 2010, 11 songs qualified from position number 6 and only 5 failed to qualify. So looking at that, that's a really good track record. That's the good news for Lithuania. The bad news is they are surrounded by 2 very strong songs. First of all, Czech Republic, I think it's like 3rd or 4th in the betting odds right now. Right before that and right after that, it's Israel. Israel is the number 1 in the betting odds, so Lithuania could become the P-break, unfortunately. It's a very quiet and peaceful song. Not the kind of position that I would want to be in if I were Lithuania. I'm a little worried about them. The draw was not favorable to them. Hopefully it'll be enough. There's nothing against the song, of course. I'm just looking at the facts. But hey, that's how it goes, right? Song number 7 is Israel. Israel is slot number 7, surrounded by 2 very different songs. Lithuania, very quiet, right? And then Toy comes in and blows everyone away. And then it's followed by a very dark song, Belarus. So this really could help Neta to stand out. It's a really good running order considering the circumstances. Interestingly enough, the last time they performed in a 7th slot in the semis was in 2005. Their best result in God knows how long, since the 2000s. So I think if you're from Israel or a fan of the Israeli song, I think you can be fairly happy with that running order. I thought they may be the ones putting in 10th slot, like getting the pin slot from the first half, but 7th isn't too bad either. Next up, song number 8 is Belarus. Now you may think it's a pretty good running order considering, they were in the first half, they're closer to the end of it, but they are surrounded by 2 favorites. First, Israel, people may still really calming down from that one, and then you get this dark song, and then they're gonna get blown away by the vocals from Estonia. So just looking at that, I would not be too thrilled with Belarus' situation. However, there were years, for instance, 2016, when all songs between running order 4 and 12, I think, qualified with the exception of one of them. So it can happen. So this is not the only deciding factor, of course. It's just something that stood out to me. Belarus started in position 8 before, back in 2005. That didn't work out. They didn't qualify. But this year, maybe they'll be fine. We shall see. I just don't think it's the best outcome for them. Next up, song number 9 is Estonia. Not much to say here. Fantastic running order for Estonia. They were drawn into the first half and are basically almost at the end of that half. That is always what you want. And slot number 9, great qualification rates. A lot of their favorites are usually being put around that time. So they're following Belarus, and it's one of the favorites. So Estonian fans, you should be very pleased with the running order. Song number 10 is Bulgaria. So Equinox is the last song of the first half. They are very, very happy, I'm sure. It's a great situation for them. Yes, they come right after one of the favorites, Estonia, but those 2 songs are so different, so different people will respond to it. I think it can't be much better than this for Bulgaria. By the way, they performed in 10th before, back in 2011. Didn't qualify, sorry Polly, but this time, I'm pretty sure they're just going to fly through, and Bulgaria we'll see you in the finals, huh? Song number 11, the first one from the second half, FYR Macedonia. So this is a very meh a very meh outcome for the country, and I actually received several communications. I received some communication last week talking about, you know they're going to be the first ones in the second half. I'm like, you don't know that yet. No, I know it. And sure enough, they were right. And they predicted actually Cyprus to be the last one, Cyprus or Finland, and they got that right as well. Very interesting. But yeah, this is a very unfortunate outcome for them. I don't know why the producers keep giving them, Macedonia, these very unfortunate running orders as of late. Hopefully, they will succeed in the end, coming right after Bulgaria. I don't know if that's going to work in their favor. I feel really bad for the country. I love the song, but I'm a little bit more worried now than I was before. And I was kind of hoping there would be like song number 15. Nah, that didn't happen. By the way, this is the fourth time actually that they are going to perform in slot 11. First time was in 2006. They qualified then. They also were number 11 in 2011. They didn't qualify then. And then once again in 2014, once again did not make the cut. So, song number 12. Croatia. So the ex-Yugoslavian countries appear to get the short end of the stick in this semi. The two first songs of the second half, and Franca already had a long road ahead of her because this is a strong semi. She's not considered a sure qualifier, and I think this just even decreased her chances of qualifying a little further. Not the best outcome for them. There are a lot of songs that are borderline qualifiers around Croatia, so this could work against them. We have to wait and see. I love the song as well, so I'm not happy with the outcome. Song number 13, Austria, Nobody But You. I'm not thrilled with the draw here, not because it's the unlucky number 13, I'm not superstitious, and neither is Cesar Sampson, I already said that, but because in 2016 and 2017, for that matter, the songs in slot number 13 did not qualify. So overall, though, it's not the worst, not the best. It comes right before Greece, which will probably leave a major impact. But the song is so strong anyway. I do expect Cesar to do really well. And I'm hoping it'll be enough to qualify. Could be a borderline qualifier, but they can do it, Austria. You can do it. Song number 14, it's Greece. At this point, the running order is not as significant anymore because, you know, any song at this stage has a good chance to qualify based on, because they're closer to the end of the show. And Greece is a very strong and popular song. I expect great things for them. They're going to be followed by Finland, a very loud song, so that only helps them to really make them pop out and stand out. That's really good, so Greece can be very satisfied with the running order. Song number 15, Finland. Also, Sara Alto got a fantastic running order. Song 15 out of 19, not much to complain about. In addition, surrounded by two slow songs, first Greece, then followed by Armenia. I mean, this just really helps Finland to stand out. So, fan of Sara Alto, you should rejoice. This is a good situation for Sara. Hopefully it'll work out in the end. You know, now that we're closer to the end of the show, I can see a really good pattern and mix between slower and faster songs after Finland. Number 16, song number 16, it's Armenia. This is more of a slower ballady song, even though it picks up a little bit compared to Finland. It's definitely more quiet, and that definitely helps because right after that, it's Switzerland, which is a very loud and energetic song in slot number 17. So as you can see, they keep switching the styles, and I think it helps those songs to stand out. But we all know not all of them will be able to qualify, but at least, you know, if they do it right and people will respond to it, it helps them. It won't hurt them. So both of them, Armenia and Switzerland, I think have fantastic running orders, and we'll have to wait and see how it's going to pan out in Lisbon. I actually think that Switzerland has one of the best draws of the evening because they are followed by Ireland in slot number 18. They're closer to the end, and they're followed by such a, I don't want to call it insignificant, but certainly unremarkable song like Ireland, which I don't think will leave an impact, even though maybe Ireland climbs up a little bit in the qualification odds due to its very, very favorable running order. I still don't think it's going to be enough for Ireland to qualify, but for Switzerland, this is definitely a gift from the gods. So Ireland, as pointed out, is already is performing second to last, slot 18. That is pretty good. I just don't know if this really matters for them, unfortunately, just being honest. And the last song of the night is Cyprus. Cyprus is going last, and that what else there is to say, right? If you're going last, you're almost certainly going to qualify. This is, I think, the first time Cyprus is clothing the semis, and so far, since the introduction of the 50-50 vote juries and televoters, only 2 songs failed to qualify from the last slot. In 2013, Serbia, and then last year, Latvia, who finished dead last in the semis, actually. So you can still flop, but the odds are definitely in your favor, and Cyprus is going to fly through. Who are we kidding, right? So yay, Eleni fans, you're good to go. You're good to go. So looking at the running order, here are who I believe the winners of the draw. And that is Israel, Estonia, Bulgaria, Switzerland, and Cyprus. Those were, in my opinion, the biggest winners, while the biggest losers, looking at everything, would be Iceland, Albania, Belarus, FYR Macedonia. Yeah, those were the 4 biggest losers, if you ask me, unfortunately, and possibly Croatia as well. Oh, and Lithuania, how could I forget? Between Czech Republic and Israel? Yeah, not good, not good. But I would like to hear from you as well. How do you feel about the running order? You think it's fair, it's done in the right way, or do you also think there is something odd going on here? Let us know in the comment section below. Leave your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. Who do you think is now a sure qualifier, and who may have just really lost all hope? Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, and we'll be back with the semi-final 2 analysis soon. Bye!